We're live. All right, welcome everyone to another impactful episode number 68. And this time I have lovely, amazing personality, Mr. Shrenik Shah. Hello, Shrenik ji, how are you doing today?
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, my voice is my unique identity. So let's do our best.
Absolutely. And first of all, thank you very much for spending time with me and my viewers. Uh, did you hear him, guys, for a moment? You know, he's absolutely right. The moment you pass the mic to him, you get into these amazement of OMG, how is this person connecting, talking? And we at many times sit with our petty issues and wonder about life. Now, before I pass it on to him and we listen to his amazing story, let me quickly introduce him. Of course, with the personality like him, there's gonna be a long introduction as well. So let's go through it. So Shrenik Shah or Shahenshah, I love that name by the way, is an amazing person. Okay, there's no doubt about it. And watching and listening, with clearly audible, differently enabled, distinct voice is gonna inspire us all. Okay. Now, Shrenik Shah or his biography, Shahenshah, actually is the world's first and please help me with pronunciation, is La, Larygnomet. Could you please tell that name, sir?
It is laryngotomy. Laryngotomy means the vocal cords in a medical language are known as a larynx. So
Oh,
once
wow.
the larynx are removed, then it is then announced as a laryngotomy. That means someone who lost or whose
The,
vocal cords are removed through
wow.
surgery.
Wow. So he was there in the published which was published globally as an ebook and paperback as Cancer Winner in 25th year. You can get the copy that's on Amazon. The link is shared on all the platforms. Please go and grab it. Now, Shrenik ji is actually, and let me also inform that he's just appointed, recently, he's been appointed as a board member, advocate, and moderator by the world's largest global healthcare advocacy platform in USA. Now, imagine the impact that he will have. Not only now, India, he's already has a lot of impact globally. I have witnessed it on my own LinkedIn in just last 48 hours, I should say. But now he also gonna have the influence, to take it further and help millions and millions of billions of people actually. He's on a relentless pursuit to touch millions of lives globally with hands of hope, to lead fearless life after cancer by showcasing that it's beautiful life even after cancer, the screen that we just saw right now in the video. And with that, I would love to connect again. Let me ask Shrenik ji one question. Is Shrenik ji, how did it happen? If I know I might just scrape a little of the past, and I'm sorry for that. But I want to understand what exactly happened. I think it was year 1997, if I'm not mistaken. And what happened during that year? And how was your life before that? Let's start a little before that as well.
Well, first of all, I would say there is no need at all of being sorry, for the reason that the key aspect of talking today is a kind of my relentless search to touch millions of lives, and in doing so, the key aspect is courage, freedom from fear, and talking my heart out. And that more absolutely, there is no regret, there is no difficulty at all. And on the contrary, see, unless I am not being asked, I cannot talk on my own that this is my story or this was my story. So on the contrary, I am grateful to you that you asked me. On the contrary, I am grateful that you invited me to this talk show, the stories that impact the show. So first of all, thank you so very much, Amijit. It was really a wonderful pleasure of accepting your invitation to be on your show. And what is so fascinating for me, especially the number 68. Of course, I mean, numerology is not my part of game, but yes, number 68, yes, because I am joined by religion, and in our Navkar mantra, I mean, you can Google Navkar mantra, it is Ma mantra. There are 68 letters in that Navkar mantra, and you see the magic from God, magic from Lord Mahavir, that when I am speaking on your show, the number is 68. What a coincidence! And so the best part is there is always a God will when you are doing something good for the community. There is always a good God behind you. So thank you once again. Now, coming back to my previous journey, that is life 10. Well, I am into international business marketing, and the simple mantra in marketing is "Jo bolta hai, wahi bikta hai," and that's what I was doing in life 10. I was selling or rather exporting dyestuffs. I was dyestuff for dyeing color, textile, leather, paper, and so on. And during that journey, I traveled to more than 37 countries. I was known as a trendsetter in export business. Uh, and I believe, like, right from 1986 till 1996, that is 11 years, I would say I was living in the sky, because all the while I was traveling, I would say 80% of the year's time I was traveling back and forth to US, Europe, Africa, South America, and so on. So in those time, I think I had more than 200 plus overseas trips. It was like shuttling between India and various countries.
Mm.
So that was my life, and yes, most of my European customers, they knew me as a cowboy for the simple reason. Like in 30 hours, I was boarding plane for 7 times. 7 times I was boarding the plane from one place to the another city, another country, and so on. So again, that was a fascinating life I lived, and then In 1997, early 1997, I started the most important tool, that is the communication tool of my spare tongue or other speaking. My voice, where I was earlier during those time, I was speaking normally like any human being, and my voice started uh, uh, getting into a normal voice, to a hoarseness, to a whispering, and then I lost completely. Of
Wow.
course, I get know a bit of smoking tobacco. I'm non-alcoholic, still vegetarian. Well, but whatever has happened is happened,
Mm.
and believe me, there is no regret at all. There is one more point here I would like to add. There is one medical terminology, SDML, that is short-term memory loss. That is one kind of terminology being used. So I have modified that short-term memory loss into long-term specific memory loss. That means I really don't remember I had a stage 4 cancer back in 1997.
Okay. Wow.
I lost my weight by 15 kilos. The worst part was the the breathing problem was so severe, like I was at the bottom of the swimming pool and was trying hard to survive.
Wow.
And then, well, when I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, I was not suspecting cancer at all, and somehow it happened, it occurred, and then I underwent massive surgery followed by 30 rounds of radiotherapy, and that's it.
Wow. Wow. So all this, so it all happened in 97. First you lost your voice slowly and gradually, then it eventually you had cancer, you went through surgery, and this is the throat cancer, I believe, right?
No, it was vocal cord.
Oh,
It
vocal
was not
cord.
a
Oh,
throat.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And I'm sorry. I think in layman's term, we don't understand. So thanks for clarifying that, though. Uh, and like you said, you not had any those bad habits of no smoke, no drink, nothing, and eventually you had it. Now, so you went through cancer. How was your feeling when, and how was your family reacted when they learned about your cancer?
Amiji, here I would like to add
Sir,
a
please,
very
please, sorry to interrupt you. Please don't call me G. You can
all
call
right.
me Amit. That is fine.
All right. Yeah, I mean, so, let me point out one thing, especially for the listeners present at the moment, and even later on when they see this talk. When I was diagnosed with the stage 4 cancer, doctor said that you will be losing your voice forever. And I said, tell me, because my condition was too critical. I would say I had virtual and sick up there. That was the case. So I just told the doctor that you do whatever you have to do it. That's it. And believe me, I find myself and my wife, we never went for a second opinion. We just asked the surgeon here in Ahmedabad, a young gentleman, that tell me when do you want me to get admitted. He said, Shanik bhai, you really don't have much of the time. I said, no worries. Tell me tomorrow, day after. He said, sooner the better. I got admitted. Believe me, I neither me nor my wife asked any question. what is to be done, and so on. Because for me, important was survival. अगर जी गए, अगर बच गए, तो बाकी सब मैनेज हो जाएगा. That was as simple approach. So approach was as simple as bringing the car to the garage for the repair. That was absolutely a simple approach even at that time when I was told that you have a stage 4 cancer. And imagine stage 4 cancer, then when doctor is saying stage 4 cancer, you know, पैर के नीचे से जमीन हिल जाती है. But I was as normal as I was at that time and what I am even today. Things have not changed and it is not going to change either.
Wow. So how do you manage to keep yourself calm in that situation as well? Uh, until now, I mean, with many things that have happened.
You know what, Amit? Every time I speak uh, be live talk shows in medical colleges, in person or conferences in India, abroad, wherever. During that phase, I feel like I am into dating phase. Dating. I have considered my talk as if I am dating the talk show itself. And when you are into dating phase, it is kind of unconditional giving. You don't have to list out that okay, this is to be. I mean, when you are into dating, you don't list out that I will do this, or you don't need to schedule an alarm. It has to be going along with the flow, and that's what I have been doing for last 25 years, and I am willing to continue that all my life. I'm not born to give up at all, and that is the best message I am giving. And imagine, I have realized one thing, that that this world is like Formula One race, but but and don't stand out with the people, intellectual people from the world over with this voice. Imagine what factors you need, and don't forget that if you cannot speak naturally even more than 1 hour, imagine the frustration, imagine the anger, imagine the depression, and this is the lifetime situation.
True,
so
true, true.
so absolutely, I would say no complaint, no regret. On the contrary, I must admit that life 2.0 is much, much, much more fascinating than the life 1.0 I lived earlier. So,
Wow.
no regret, no complaint. It is a fabulous, fascinating, amazing, awesome, full of gratitude life.
Wow. No, it's really nice. It's really inspiring that despite being many things. See, because most of the people when they get into trouble whatsoever, the first thing is they will find God to blame. That's number one. Second, they will find somebody to blame, and then the third, they'll probably blame their fate. But then, even despite that, which is okay to react in the first instance, it happens, natural human tendency. But the problem is that they stop there. Okay, they don't take action. Right now, what I see from you is that you probably didn't blame, so that's one step ahead or million steps ahead from most of the common people. And then you turned it across, like you said, it became version 2 now, and version 2 is much more vocal, much more influential, and much more approachable, and giving a lot of value to the world now. Right there, you were giving some value, definitely, in terms of your work, your whatever, but it was still confined to a certain group, right? But now it's like the global way, right? Completely out. So now let's move to the version 2.0. So when after 1997, when you are back from the hospital, and I assume that you can't speak, when was the time you realized that, when was this machine that you have, and please tell the viewers what exactly that is, and how did that came into picture?
Amit, before I speak about that, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those people back in December 1997 when I started speaking for the very first time using this device. They were scared, they were running away, they were rather baffled, like what exactly is going on with his voice. So that was a turning point, that was a challenging time, and that was the time of the acceptance. I realized that I must make sure that I am precisely, perfectly audible, and there, there came a selfish. I use the word. There came a selfish thought that if I cannot talk, if I am not going to be audible, that means I am inviting frustration, I'm inviting anger, I'm inviting depression, and so on. And so, therefore, I express my deepest gratitude to all those people who were running away from me when I was talking, because they were, to be honest, they were the catalyst. They were the catalyst for whatever I am as of now. If they would have not run away, probably I would not, I would have never been in a situation to say life days or 2.0 is fascinating. So I am grateful to them. So that was the case. And then again, marketing was my business, and job was the way big time. So I accepted the challenge, decided to move on, come what may, and I make sure that I am precisely, perfectly, distinctly audible, be it in person, be it over phone, be it talk shows, or be it anywhere in the conference, in person or digital, whatever.
Wow, wow. uh Amazing. There are a couple of comments here. I would love to show that. Indupun says that, hello, sir, you're really inspiring. Absolutely. And we have a comment from Doc Talks GGN. I think that's abbreviation for something. Mr. Shrenik is very brave and inspiring person. Keep doing the good. Wonderful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. So Shrenikji, tell me that, when did it occur to you that, you can actually speak? Because once you had that operation, once you realized that, because doctors could have probably told you that you cannot, right? Or did they give you an option that, hey, you know what, there is some way to speak, and this is the way you can go forward?
Yeah, absolutely. My cancer surgeon here in Ahmedabad is Shrenik cancer surgeon number one in Gujarat, and he guided me, like, you have to use this device. I mean, he suggested this, and then I started practicing, learning. Actually, these days the facility of speech language therapies are available in India and abroad, but at that time there was no facility available.
Hmm.
particularly love the work. So I learned everything on my own, kept on practicing in front of mirror, and you know, see, one more I would like to share here, that I have a sweet spot as WEET spot 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 under my chin, from where I can speak easily and clearly audible. So some दूसरा लोगों को sweet spot ढूंढने जाना पड़ता है. I have sweet spot all by myself.
Very, very interesting. And I really appreciate the amount of humor that you have to add to this conversation as well. I really like that. It makes, though, despite it's not to showcase that, it's not difficult, it's not challenging, but, it shouldn't be on the same aspect that, oh my God, my life is so different. And, yeah. So I love that humorous side that you keep putting in all the while. So I appreciate that. So tell me, is this because when you put this machine here on your sweet spot, as you said, is it like, does it get? Do you have to make sure that you have to have some sort of a covering layer between your skin and that machine? And is there any other device that you have to keep on your body all the while?
No, no.
Okay, just
Uh, Amiji, for me, this device is obviously my second spouse.
And I'm sure your first spouse loves that device as well. That's the best part of it. Because, that's one of the best analogies to put across how two people can stay together. So excellent, excellent. So now this device that you have, so you basically, what I'm just trying to figure out is that you gotta take care of this all the while, and you have to use this every time, right? But is it that if you don't have this device, let's say, will your vocal cords gonna work ever? I mean, are you gonna be able to speak at all? No. Okay. Okay.
Um, I mean, if there is, it's as simple as that. Then in the car, if there is no engine, car is not going to move.
Wow.
Same is the case here. I mean, no vocal cord. That means I am by default into silence zone.
No, I understand. I was just curious. There's one more comment from Vandana Gupta. Mr. Shah, always proud of you. You made us proud by accepting the Victor Award from We Care. Wow, that's interesting. Let's hear
Yeah.
this. So, what is the Victor Award from We Care? If you can share with us, please.
Um.
Thank you, Vandana ji, for raising that.
I mean, in the post you shared, saying is believe it. So let me show you the Victor. Let me not talk about Victor Award. Let me show you Victor Award itself.
Fantastic. Love it. Oh wow. Well, that's really nice. I love the award actually. It's really, really interesting award. Oh wow, that's nice. That's really, really sweet. We care. Yeah. Lovely. Well, lovely. Thank you, Vandana ji, for sharing that. And I could see the lovely award as well. Great, great. So Shrenik ji, yeah, go on, sorry.
No, no. I mean, you go on. See, okay. Let me add one more thing. The approach toward the life should be like a water and not like alcohol. If you are trying to become an alcohol, that means you will be mortal for 12 years in a brown glass, and you cannot see anything at all.
Wow.
And if you are water, That means you have an opportunity, exceptional opportunities to flow all the way from Himalaya to Jagannath Puri. So it's all your choice what you want to be.
Wow. That's a lovely analogy to put across. Generally, you have seen that water, like you're going to be calm and this and that analogy. But I love the analogy that you gave, the water with the alcohol. So I really loved it. Uh, let's move on further more now. I see you've been on several platforms so far, right? You've been on international conferences, you've been on magazines. I can see on my other window that I have, I can see there's an Ahmedabad Mirror, and it talks about cancer winner tales, and it talks about you with the picture, I think, with your grandson. And how do you manage all these things, with your life and other things? Because see, why I'm asking this is, let me put it very clearly, is that with the device with you all the time, do you have this throat pain, tiredness, and other aspects of general life, and with the age as well? And I'm not saying that you're old, okay?
No,
I'm
no,
just saying.
no, no. I mean, let me comment on the age. In the first place, I am only 25, married, two sons, two grandsons, two daughter-in-laws, and wife, and this second spouse. So I am 25, but absolutely not candidate for the marriage at all. So that's
Lovely.
number one. And well, on the contrary, if I don't speak, I go crazy, and therefore I love keeping on speaking, talking, communicating, and so on. And I must share one more thing. Like uh, in 2011, the life turned absolutely into 360 degree circle. I decided that see the there is a clear general analogy or myth that cancer is cancer, and I decided that I want to eliminate N from cancer for the patients, for the caregivers, and therefore I started into counseling, into advocacy activities globally. I'm having a privilege of counseling more than 40,000 individuals. Most of those people are unknown faces, and I did my best. And that yeah, see the best magic from the Almighty. Two things when I start talking, and the first thing I would say, for example, if I'm doing it, I'm counseling you. First thing I would say, this is my 25th year, so that would give you first mark. Oh my God, this man has survived 25 years of doing cancer already. That means I'm going to survive. So that is the first mark. And number two, when I speak with this voice, they realize that even after stage 4 cancer, it is really not end of the life. It is a beginning of the new chapter in the life. So it all depends how you take it.
True, true, absolutely true. No, I think that it's really amazing, because one of the reasons that I got into this stories that impact is because I've seen over a couple of decades of me working in IT and other places, is that a lot of people give up very easily, and that's a major issue. And I haven't given up on many things, and again, it's not my story here. But the point is, like, I want to get people like you, and you're an amazing example. You're like a person who people can listen and look up to. Is that okay? There are many things. All right, they might feel that one, you cannot speak. I mean, if the device is not around, you're not going to be able to speak. All right, I can bet anybody on this planet, basic those people such try to let ask them to be quiet for like 30 minutes or an hour, other than they're not sleeping. They can't do it. They just can't do it, right? And secondly, you have to speak in this mode, and it's not easy, because I'm very sure during the 1997 you'll probably have to relearn a lot of things. It's like educating a child again onto the language, because now the pronunciation, the understanding has to be very clear, right? And we all know that English, or whether it's Hindi or whatever language we speak, there are words जिनको समझने में थोड़ा time लगता है if you don't pronounce it well. So I can, and that's hats off to you for doing that. So now, what all are you? Because now I want to get into your 2.0, and I want to understand that, what all are you doing more, or how can people? I mean, there's a host of place, like, just for my guest, if you just go to Linktree link that I've shared for Shrenik Ji, you will find a wealth of information there. Okay, you can connect with him on several platforms. All right, I just did it on many as well. And my question to you is, sir, is that what is the impact you want to bring in people? What do you see in people these days that's lacking, and you find that, oh, you know what, मैं ये सिखा सकता हूँ. I think I should get into this.
Um, Couple of things, or rather, few things. I mean, when we are into KG, the teacher, our parents are teaching a like able, me like maybe say like cat. I am teaching a like acceptance, be like brave, say like courage, again say like confidence, say like communication, say like connections, D like dedication, E like involvement, G like gratitude, and so on. And so I would say these are some of the things I am teaching, and I would like to share with you a real life example. We all, not you, not me, not anyone, made in Australia, made in England, US, South America, even India. We are watching cricket most of the night. Now, couple of things. On one side, there is a batsman, and on the other side, there is a bowler. Batsman is very well equipped with the pad and gloves and helmet, and the bowler on the other side, what is his target? His target, his goal is to bowl you out by sending a seamer at 150 kilometers. It could be leg break, it could be off break, it could be even bouncer. Now, in the life, every single problem is like a bouncer. The best part in the best part required on the batsman side is how best you can hook that bouncer into the six. You need to have a meticulous eyesight, connections, your head, your body action, and in that case, the important thing is strategy. Really, not the only factor. You need strategy and action. Yeah. If I'm about to say that, okay, I will do this. When mountain comes, I'm going to hold out. So I must have to act simultaneously at its jet speed. Otherwise, I'm going to pound out. So same is the case in the life. Problems keep on coming. How best or how meticulously you address, that's important.
True, true. That's again, the I love your analogies. Okay, I just love it. I'm a storyteller, but I just love your analogies. I think I have to listen to a lot of your videos now and grab as much of analogies I can as possible. But I really appreciate it. That's really nice because see, a lot of times you're absolutely right, and I love the idea of the ABC as well. The concept you said. I think you really placed it very well. Is that we gotta be equipped with many things to take care of those bouncers to ensure that they don't hit us, and the best we can do is if we are equipped well with all the thought processes and all the alignment with our body and mind, I think we can kick it out of the boundary, right? Basically for a six, and that's going to be a joy.
Amit, I would like to share two different experiences or example, or you can say opportunities, and say the magic of this voice. On 30th of June 2020, I was the first and only Indian invited for giving Kickstart presentation in US for 2,500 global attendees
Wow.
with this voice.
Wow.
So
Wow.
is it not a magic of this voice? I mean, had I not lost my voice, I would have been a simple businessman, family man, and kaya yang majago mat katam. So that was one. And then last year, that is 2021, there was a global competition on the healthcare advocacy, and out of 21,000 nominations, I've been given award for patient leader hero, and that too again with the same voice through all my
Awesome.
advocacy activities, talk shows, and so on. So therefore, I'm always saying that the life is full of fascinating experiences, and I really you would be surprised. You few minutes back you asked me, like, I mean, are you using any device other than that? Yes, I do use. I am using virtually. I'm repeating the word. I'm using virtually V2 engines here in my head, in my throat, in my heart, and in my gut, and that's what
Fantastic.
adding momentum in my life. And believe me, I'm not competing with anybody. I'm competing every day with myself to want on something better and better every day.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, Shrenik, I want to ask something. Okay, there's a comment here first. Let me share that from Lalit. He says, "Hello, everyone." Hi, Lalit. Uh, this is a very different ask. Okay, a lot of viewers might find it crazy, but I just want to ask it. Is that is it why is it that and I again just sharing my thoughts, okay, like I've been through certain areas. I've just told you that why is it that we have to go through something in the life to become a little more wiser? Why do you think is that the case? Or it's because a lot of people they start valuing their life a lot more after an incident happens. And what I realized is when you talk to people who have been through nice and happy going all the time, and you share them with some exceptional stories, they still don't get the idea that there could be, there are people like that. So I just want to understand that why is it that, or do you think that that thought is correct that I have? Or what are your thoughts on it? Why is it that people go start believing in life, giving more value, when something happens?
Well, I believe that giving back, that is absolutely a direct prayer to the Almighty.
Mm.
Because see, let me give you a simple example. If someone is giving you a gift unconditionally, unexpectedly, you would say thank you so very much. I truly appreciate.
True.
How many times, how many times you were grateful to your parents? How many times you were grateful to the Almighty when He has given two things in our life when we get born? Number one, the life, and number two, smile. They smile. The smile is free. You don't pay a single penny. You don't pay GST. You don't pay tax for smiling. Then is it not the case? Is it not necessary that when you wake up in the morning, you be grateful to the Almighty first, be grateful to your parents,
True. True. Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
so that is the best way of expressing gratitude. I mean, that should not be reservation in expressing gratitude. No, so giving back to the community, giving back to the society, or whoever is in need of, it is the best prayer. इसके लिए अगर आप ये करेंगे ना तो आप टेम्पल में नहीं जाएंगे तो चलेगा.
That's nice. I like that, and I like the two things that you mentioned. That life and smile. That's really nice. I can say that because I lost my smile in a certain manner. Like it's not the natural one that I get because of the paralysis. But yeah, I really appreciate what you mentioned, and thanks for sharing that because I think a lot of people forget the gratitude on day to day basis. They remember it when problem happens, or like you said, when they go to temple in a way. But I really appreciate it. There's just a couple of comments. Mayur says hello sir, and Vandana says he's a true inspiration and a hero. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Vandana.
So sure. So now let's come on to the second last question that I have for you. Is that uh, I I think you told me recently that you have a foundation that you're coming up with. Would you like to share that with the audience, or is it the right time to share it?
Yes. Well, I may not be able to disclose the name as of now, but yes, the things are under the pipeline. Things are getting worked out um, with the help of some of our very good and great friends, and I express my gratitude to all those people as well. But yes, I will be announcing very soon on social media, and yes, the purpose. I will let me share the purpose of this foundation. I'm committed to build legacy. I'm committed to build the legacy by sharing timely, quality, dependable delivers deliverables from my side and some of my friends as well through this foundation. And yes, cancer specialists and others will be getting involved into it as well. So yes, I will be making announcement in this month itself.
Fantastic, fantastic. All the best wishes to you, and I'm sure it's gonna pour in. All the wishes gonna pour in from the entire globe as well. So there's one comment from Vandana ji, Mr. Amit, as you experiences As you know, experiences faced us by really enrich us and change our ways of thinking. A brush with cancer really takes you above all the basic thinking, especially if you are a victor. Absolutely true. Thank you very much, Vandanaji, for that lovely comment. I completely agree with you, and that's why it's a very pleasure to connect with Shrenik ji on my platform. Now, Shrenikji, last question. It always happen. I tell my guests that what show's gonna be around 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and I always land up talking like for an hour almost because I love it, and I'm glad that my guests love them too. So I have my last question, and it's a common question that I ask all my guests basically. And the question relates to the show's title basically. Do you think that sharing stories can actually impact people's life?
No doubt about it. And this is the best tool. I mean, see, we keep on seeing a lot of stuff on internet and so on, but sharing these stories, what happens is you are, see, the best part is in these live talk shows, you really don't have any possibility, you want 1% possibility of manipulating. You always talk your art out, and when it comes to the sharing these stories, people are never going to tell lies, or they are not going to manipulate anyway. Absolutely no way. So this is the best takeaway for the listeners, for the attendees, or whoever is watching the stories anywhere in the world. Not, I'm not talking about myself, but in general, the stories. I mean, stories are kind of relevant. On the contrary, I would say if you combine these stories, you can create world's largest encyclopedia of real life experiences,
Wow.
where you really don't need any editing, you don't need any kind of brushing. Just, I mean, go through it like a movie. I mean, it's flawless.
Wow. Oh, and I think with your blessings, I think I'm going to reach there one day. That's a fantastic idea, by the way. You've given me a lot of analogies, not only the confidence to keep moving forward that I got it the moment I got connected by thanks to Sunny Nagpal, who connected you on LinkedIn. So from there itself, I started looking into your profiles and I was anyways mesmerized, but today you also gave me a lot of analogies and I love them, and and fantastic idea of encyclopedia of stories. So I am really really happy. You made my day. uh,
Thank you. Amit, since Unnaji and some of the cancer winners, conquerors, survivors, patients, and caregivers are watching, and maybe later on watching, I would like to share most simple but quite energetic analogy with you now for the audience, for the community. Believe me, I'm Logan. Where we are watching the Hollywood movie of James Bond, 007, and so on. I don't remember the titles so well, but believe me, we as a cancer patient, survivor, winner, conqueror, or whatever, as a cancer at the start, we are we are a real James Bond 007. The reason is we are not sleeping. We are living with the enemy 24 by 7, and we beat that enemy unconditionally, and that's how we are known as a survivor, we are known as a winner, we are known as a conqueror, and in our life
True.
is simply like a Hollywood film where we are the actor, we are the actress, we are the producer, director, releases, cameraman, everything. We do it. We are performing multiple roles every day, relentlessly.
Hats off. Hats off to you and all the cancer survivors and all the ones who are actually going through it. It's very difficult stage. I know this personally because my mother suffered from cancer. Eventually we lost her, and it's really really challenging, and hats off to all the ones who are fighting their own battles and still putting up a smiling face for the world to see, and moving forward. So great, thank you very much for that.
Amit, last, this is the last point, because this show will be incomplete if I don't express gratitude to the caregivers. Without caregivers, the life
True.
of cancer patient or anybody having a disease is incomplete without the caregivers' support. So I salute their contribution, dedication by default. I'm truly grateful to all of those people, including my wife Neelam as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's a combined effort from many. Of course, the person who's going through is living that, but I think there's many others who are around, the children, the wife, the spouse, whoever it is, parents, the hospital staff, nurses, anybody who's around, and they are also living it, and appreciate everyone's support. And this is just a special thank you to every caregiver on this planet, especially for the last 2 years that has been. And I wish everyone loads and loads of luck, or wishes, best wishes, so that they can attend to their family, and they can take care of themselves as well. uh, yeah, thank you for reminding that, Shrenik ji, because it's gratitude. We see that तब दिल से आ जाता है, and then we forget it. So thank you for reminding. And I am sure a lot of people here would agree, who are gonna watch it later, they're gonna also agree with you that yes, gratitude is there to everyone. So fantastic. Now, with that, we are at the end of this amazing episode. Now, quickly, if you want to connect with Shrenik ji, please click on to several links that I've shared. My recommendation is the first link, which is the link tree link. And I'm just pasting that here right now for everyone's reference. This is what I'm talking about. So please click on this link. You will find it in all the platforms, that Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. It's also on Instagram. It's also on Twitter. Go anywhere, find it. Okay, and you can connect with him. Okay, once you're on Linktree, you will have lots and lot of places that you can connect with him via Facebook, Instagram, videos, mails, phone numbers, form filling, and an entertaining video of Ritik Roshan as well. Uh, so please go ahead and watch it, and connect with him, learn what he's doing, where he is these days. Is there any conference he's attending live or in person? Watch it, go to him, meet him. I love to meet people in person. Uh, Nevertheless, I also like to meet people like this now. So please get an opportunity to talk to this amazing person, connect with him, and learn learn a lot of things. There's a lot to learn, because with experience also, he's got fantastic experience, marketing and now the version 2.0. So you can imagine, and he has traveled so many places in both sides, in marketing as well, and after that as well. So, that's a wonderful wealth of experience that you can just get an idea on. And if you want to come to my show, or you feel that someone can come to my show, just ping me. That's all. And I'll connect with that person and we'll follow it through. So thank you very much, Shrenik ji, first of all, to coming onto the show and blessing it. I give the mic to you for last words from your end before we close the show.
Sure. Uh, I mean, first of all, thank you once again. And we are together collectively embrace 2022 with freedom from fear, and let's move on with courage, confidence, and be kind to the others by adapting it in the gratitude format. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much once again. And to all the lovely viewers, all the comments sticking around, thank you for your comments and viewing it. And for all the ones who are going to watch it later, thank you very much. God bless you all. God bless you, Shrenik ji. You impact billions of people more. And I hope to see you soon in the version 3.0 of yourself. Uh, Later, probably this year. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.